I once told someone to stop calling me by 11 p.m. I did not like the fact that he did. And I did not like the fact that we always saw at night that I'm not his personal Olosho that was crafted specifically for his needs. And he felt I was overreacting and that I am doing too much. That was his exact words. You are doing too much. And I went to my friends hoping that they would understand what I'm saying or where I'm coming from. I kept trying to explain that he did that a lot and I did not like that. That why couldn't we just see like during the day? My friends told me that I was overreacting. That I mean, this is a man that I want to be with, isn't it? This is somebody that I like, that I can always catch boats now. Boats will run by that time. And I kept explaining that I did not want to be catching boats by that time. I didn't want to be inconveniencing myself. Did I? Please, I'm angry. The topic is making me angry, so that's why I'm talking like this. I did not want to inconvenience myself by that time and try and start negotiating with drivers because they will charge you more. It wasn't even about the money. It was the inconvenience having to explain so much, having to wait for drivers. I mean, it's night. People are retiring for the night. Why do I have to be on the road? I'm not coming back from work or anything. I'm on the road to go and see man by 11 p.m. I said I didn't want to be doing that. My friend said I was overreacting. We fought. And I'm here to tell you that I was not overreacting. No, that is what we call boundaries. So, hey, besties, welcome back to her first talk where we mix grown woman honesty with real sex education. And yes, we're still giving mind, body, and vibes. So, if you've been loving this episode so far, grab your tea, your wine, or whatever gets you comfortable because today's topic, woo, is deep. And also, don't forget to follow us. Some of you come here and you forget to follow us. Why? Why are you doing this? Why? Don't forget to follow us. All right. And if you've been looking for the confessions link, it's right in my bio on Instagram at the book owl. TheBookOwl. The book owl. All right. So now before we start, or before you start thinking this is a lecture, hold up. Just calm down. Boundaries are not just the no's, they're also the yes, but the not like that. The okay, maybe only when I feel safe. You know, the I need this to enjoy that. I need ice cream to do that. I need ice to like that you're doing. You know, all that, all those things, all these small, small words, they are boundaries. Boundaries are how we build pleasure that lasts, not the stuff that leaves you overthinking in the middle of the night. Nah. Mm-mm. So, what are sexual boundaries really? Sexual boundaries are the lines you draw to protect your emotional and physical well being. They help you feel safe, respected, and in control of your own experience. And guess what? They are not selfish. They are necessary. Come on. We have established that we need the entire of our being to enjoy sex. Sex is not just for the physical, sex is for everywhere. Okay? We've established that. And I need you to understand that. All right? Now, they help you to answer. I'm saying they are necessary because they help you to answer what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, what needs to be in place for you to feel good, you know, about like the entire thing. They helps you to shape your sexual experience. The entire thing. Boundary is information. Boundary is not rejection. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about the types of boundaries. Number one type is the physical boundaries. This is something that some of you are probably aware of. But for those that are not, these are things that involve what you're comfortable with, like how much physical touch you're comfortable with. For example, you don't like being cuddled, or maybe you like being cuddled, but you hate being grabbed unexpectedly. Talk about it. Tell the person you didn't like that. You didn't like it, meaning you didn't like it near. There's nothing to be done about it. Or maybe you're into kissing, but you don't want it to lead to sex every single time. Talk about it though. You can explain that you like kissing and you like it as an art. You like to kiss. But please Let your team not be up all the goddamn time. If you're a man, tell her to not pounce on you every single time y'all kiss. You should just kiss for the enjoyment of it all. Talk about it. That's a boundary you need to talk about. Now, number two is the emotional boundaries, right? This one involves your feelings and like what makes you feel safe emotionally. An example is you might not be ready to, let's say, you might not be ready to have sex unless there's emotional intimacy. You are not weird. I know we're in a, how do I put it now? We're in a generation where I I didn't understand half of the things that is going on in this generation. An example is sneaky link. You didn't like the person that you're fucking, but you are fucking. Uh-uh. It, that one is beyond me. Koyemi. I didn't understand. As in, I'm finding it difficult to utter, but it's okay. But if you're the type that don't like sex without emotional intimacy, talk about it. Or maybe you're fine with casual sex, but you don't want deep feelings involved. Good too. You on the other side of the spectrum, very good. Talk about it. You don't want her talking about her feelings all the time when people are done having sex. Talk about it. If you are the girl, you don't want him, always expressing his feelings when people just finish falcon. Talk about it. Okay? Number three is time boundaries. We've talked about the emotional boundaries, the physical boundaries. Let's talk about the time boundaries. Okay? You need to talk about when and how often you're available because your schedule matters. Mm. If you don't want anybody texting you by 11 p.m. for like a quick come over, I be like 2 a.m. like you are their human vending machine. Or yeah, their personal olosho. If you didn't want that, because when you bend yourself, when you bend set boundaries, you go there, you come back. Only you will not sit up by 3 a.m. You'll not be thinking, I didn't want to do it. So you not start texting long paragraph. Why do you always make me feel like this? It's you that made yourself to feel like that. I'm sorry. You're the one that entered boat. And you went to that place. And you went to go and do the do. Now you have come back, you're crying. You're supposed to come back with so much euphoria, so much joy, but you're back, you're crying. Crying. Now you start texting, did you even love me? Did you ever love me? You always, you're the one that put yourself in that situation. Don't compromise on your boundaries. Okay? Number four is communication boundaries. How you talk before, during, and after y'all fuck. If it's still difficult for you to hear the word fuck, there is something wrong somewhere. And slowly we will remove that. Okay? But back to what we were saying. Communication boundaries, how you talk before, during, and after. Talk about it. If you need clear consent, talk about it. You prefer to talk about STIs, birth control before anything physical happens, talk about it. Maybe you don't like dirty talk, you don't like flirting and whatever, talk about it. Maybe you like flirting before people do anything, talk about it. You only like to flirt before you do it. In fact, you will not do anything if people did not flirt before. Talk about it. You matter. You get to decide. Now let's talk about digital boundaries. Number five is digital boundaries because sex and tech are besties now. Yes, they are. You're not okay with receiving or sending nudes. Talk about it. In fact, you should not even be okay with doing that. Are you seeing what the world is talking now? They are now compiling people's nudes, people's noodles inside the, what do you call it? Cloud. And they're releasing it on Twitter. My love, if you must, if you must, remove your face. So anything that if it didn't do, view once, don't do. Ah, anyways, you are adults, you still do what you like. But I'm just saying. Or maybe you're cool with sexting, but only when you initiate it. Talk about it. You might be down for video calls, but not down for being recorded. Talk about it. You get to decide. Now, let's talk about why some people find it difficult or people struggle to set boundaries. Because let's be real, Many of us were never taught how to say no without guilt. We were taught how to be nice, to not make things awkward, to please others first. And that's a problem. And these are some of the things that get in the way: fear of rejection, fear of being called difficult or boring. You should see that as a compliment at this point. I'm sorry to say. Not knowing what we actually want, because some of us don't actually know what we want. You need to sit with yourself. That's why I said in the previous episode, sit in front of your mirror, get to know your body, introduce yourself, talk to yourself, spend time with yourself so you know what you want. Masturbation helps you know what you want. I know it's difficult for you to hear. I'm sorry, my love, but you need to hear it. Past trauma. Yes. These are some of the reasons that we struggle. Or thinking boundaries will make people leave. Oh, my days. The people that will stay, will stay. The people that will leave, will leave. If anybody leaves because you set a boundary, they were never meant to stay. Period. Okay? Now, how do you set these boundaries? Setting boundaries is not about shouting or fighting. Forget that I've been shouting. I'm shouting because some of you didn't to hear word. I'm sorry. But it's about clarity and confidence. Use I. I am not comfortable with that right now. As in you, you're not comfortable. I am not comfortable with that right now. I need us to talk before we do anything physical. I need us to talk. Be honest very early. Don't wait until the heat of the moment before you start talking about your limits. Talk about it beforehand. When people are still doing talking stage, that time you're using to flirt, talk about it. When the stakes are low, talk about it. Don't come and talk about it when the stakes are high. Respect their boundaries too, because boundaries go both ways. The same grace you want to receive, give it. Offer it. Practice saying no without over explaining. Stop saying no and then you now pause. When the person is not saying anything, you now start explaining, you now start filling in the silence. LA, my goodness. Don't. You don't owe anybody long essays. I've said that in the previous episode. You don't owe anybody long episodes or long essays as to why you're doing what you're doing. Okay? Boundaries are not meant to be explained or over explained unless said person asks you why. And if they're asking you why without malice, you can explain. If they ask you with malice, keep your mouth shut. Now, what happens when boundaries are ignored? When your boundaries are ignored or you ignore someone else's, it can lead to regret, emotional disconnection, loss of trust. And you know, when trust is lost, it's difficult to gain back. Unsafe sex, or you end up feeling violated. Only you just be up later on and you be thinking, was that not rape? Are you sure this person didn't rape me? Or you see one TikTok video and you're like, wait, this thing happened to me. Wait, are you sure? Bruh, it is never supposed to feel like that. Sometimes the damage is not physical but emotional, but it is just as real. You start second guessing yourself. Start feeling guilty for something you didn't even want. And sex sometimes becomes something you survive instead of something you enjoy. Boundaries enhance pleasure. They don't kill the vibe. They set the stage for a better one. When both people know what's okay, what's not, and where the magic lives, that's where real pleasure starts. When you say touch me like this and not like that, or let's use protection, or I'm not in the mood today, but I still want to cuddle, you're not being demanding. You're creating emotional safety. And that is the most underrated foreplay ever. So, bestie, your body is yours. Your yes means nothing when your right to say no is clouded or hampered upon. Your yes should stand. Your maybe deserves space. And your pleasure, it deserves protection. Next episode, and I think some of you already knew, we are talking about masturbation 101. The myths, the magic, the must knows. You don't want to miss it. Let's just say meet it. Pardon me. My love, pardon me. If this episode spoke to you, send this to someone you trust. Follow the show or leave a little review. If you don't want to be able to say some of the things that maybe you're still shy talking about some of this, send the link to your man. Let him listen. Okay? Leave a review. It helps me, know what I'm doing. It helps me give you gems. It helps me know that what I'm doing is well received. Okay? So until next time, protect your peace, protect your pleasure, and don't you ever apologize for knowing your boundaries. Okay? See you. Love you. Mwah.